Hello, everybody. Oh, wow, we got 3 people right at the beginning. Oh my god. Okay, continuing. Matsuribayashi. Before we start, I heard there was some issues with the final Minagaroshi stream that you guys couldn't hear me too well. I just want to try to remedy that. See if I can get the microphone. Hey, Apparition, how you doing? Really nice to see you here. YouTube says I've got an excellent connection. Alright. And last time we basically went through this whole rigmarole. This prologue is lasting quite a while, basically learning all about the Tokyo organization and how Takano kind of wormed her way up in that, and basically thank you, Apparition. Yeah, because it's unfortunate that the final Minagoroshi stream Nerd has some trouble hearing me in the VOD. So I just want to make sure that, if I ever sound too quiet or anything like that, please tell me if I ever sound hey away, how you doing? Oh, it's so nice to have you here. Seriously, thank you. As I was saying, if you ever can't hear me or anything like that, I really, or if you're having trouble hearing or understanding what I'm saying, or if the sound of the video itself is too low, or too high even, please tell me. And with that, I think we're about to start off here with Takano basically meeting, I think, Tomitake and or Irie, basically the establishment of the whole Hinamizawa Syndrome Research Center in the clinic. And so I think something's telling me that this prologue is going to catch up to whatever the main part of Matsuribayashi is going to be. A guy here is saying, allow me to introduce you. This is Major Takano. Major? This is Irie Kyosuke sensei. Yep. Hello, I'm Irie. Irie seems nervous. He probably thought I was the mastermind of a suspicious organization. Oh, hello, Aaron. Oh, good evening. Yeah, it's 10:20 where I am. Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming. Seriously. And you are the mastermind of a suspicious organization, Takano. You totally are. Please relax. Call me Takano. Thank you. Thank you for having me here. I truly appreciate it. Please have a seat. Oh, we got the ashtray. CG. In the PS3 version here. A simple and typical citizen. That is a good description of Irie Kyosuke. He's the type that typically gets used by sly elders, and then gets dumped. I don't think he is as cunning as I am. But that doesn't mean he doesn't have ambition. He also wants to leave a great work behind. Although he appears to be humble, his articles are rather liberal and aggressive. It's hard to imagine someone like him actually wrote such articles. I've read the data concerning the Hinamizawa Syndrome. What did you think? I'm so surprised about everything. It is very possible that this is something that steps into the dark side of today's medicine, but I can hardly control my intellectual excitement for knowing it is a mystery that someone has yet to solve.
確かに今日の医学の暗部に踏み込みかねない内容ではありますが、未だ世界で誰も解明していない神秘という点で知的興奮を抑えきれません。
I chuckle. Irie is more than interested in the Inamizawa syndrome. That's good enough for me. I've gone through a lot until this day, so I can trust my instincts. I can get along with this guy. Even if he isn't useful, he won't cause any problems. He is the best person to fill the spot for both me and my sponsor. I'm surprised too.
入江先生ほどの博識かつ経験豊富な方が責任ある地位も仕事も与えられず医局の片隅で飼い殺されているなど
An experienced and talented person like you, just sitting around without status or work?
これは医学界の重大な損失と言わざるを得ませんわ。
What a waste it was. Irie laughs. I guess he doesn't know that I've already read a detailed background check on him. So I know exactly why he was exiled from the front stage, even with his talent and experience. Uh-oh, we're gonna get some dirt on Irie here. He was working under a neurosurgery expert, and everyone expected him to be successful. But he was kicked out due to a controversy of morals. Irie claims human behavior can be explained by brain disorders. He doesn't believe evil people are born to be evil, and that they are actually patients who need to be treated. They are normal when they were born, but as they grow, their brains become diseased due to psychogenesis or exogenous reasons, and that makes them evil. Therefore, what those evil people need isn't punishment, it is treatment. If their diseases are treated, they will become good citizens again. It is one of the teachings of Confucius. It assumes that humans' true nature is goodness. According to this theory, humans naturally have a willingness to help each other, yet they learn to be evil later on in life. Irie believes that this is caused by brain disorders. The human brain creates human thoughts. Therefore, if one is emotionally ill, that means his brain is ill. So if his brain gets treated, he will recover emotionally too. That's called psychosurgery. It has died out nowadays, but the technique was praised until around the mid-Showa era. It worked especially well on patients with severe symptoms. And the Prosper even received a Nobel Prize for it. Humans think, that's why they become ill. It is a well-known fact that people who think too much more often become emotionally sick. The exact part of the brain that thinks derives one away from social behavior. And that part is called the frontal lobe. Psychosurgery is a surgery performed on this frontal lobe. The surgery doesn't require taking off the whole of alpha cranium. A scalpel is inserted through a small hole, and a small section on frontal lobes gets cut. It really isn't a major surgery. Its simplicity was also revolutionary. All the severely ill mental patients miraculously recovered, so the technique spread around the world quickly. Obstinacy and severe mental illness. Also, those severely ill patients who are stuck in eternal sadness. They could all be saved by this technique. Humans have come up with many different religions and magic tricks in the past to heal emotional wounds. So needless to say, being able to treat them with a surgical technique, yeah, it really is pretty damn disgusting. was truly revolutionary. Irie admired psychosurgery and pushed forward in the field of surgical techniques to treat human souls. I'm gonna keep going in the original until this gets caught up. However, from an ethical point of view, it is an outrageous idea. It really is. This is incredibly disturbing because the way anyone you could take this, like the way this could easily be extrapolated is absolutely fucking terrifying. From an ethical point of view, it is an outrageous idea to cut off a part of the brain just because that person is emotionally ill. People gradually started to think differently and said psychosurgery was inhumane, which totally it is. The frontal lobe controls how people think, but it is also part that makes humans act like humans. In some cases, after cutting parts of the brain, patients change dramatically. A groundless happiness so one doesn't have to worry anymore. A change in personality. A loss of interest in everything. Major mood swings due to a lack of control of one's emotions. Some even lost part of their memories. Yeah, I can see why this was taken out. Yeah. Jesus Christ. This is a lot of the more disturbing shit in the surgery story. Some even didn't even survive the surgery. As the Showa era approached its 40th year, use of psychosurgery declined. Also, due to development of psychotropic medicine, the surgery was hardly performed anymore. Yet some people still believed in it and continued to perform the surgery while they gathered pathological data. Yeah, this is freaky right here, seriously. They wanted people to recognize the technique once again. Some surgeries were performed without consent. Hi, T! Nice to have you here. There were some... Yeah, it really is, like, the most terrifying things. Like, I think it's scarier that Takano is some kind of friggin'... She may not be like a Nazi herself, but she's using their funding and for all intents and committing genocide, so for all intents and purposes, she is. And it's like, this is even more disturbing than it would be if it was a fucking magical thing. That she just wanted some kind of magic power. This is fucking terrifying shit. There were thousands of people who woke up from general anesthesia and realized that part of their brain was already cut off. Today, to perform such surgery without a patient's consent is totally unethical, but at the time it was possible. Besides, the practice of getting consent from a patient has started only very recently. Therefore, people at the time didn't think it was that big a deal. Then, people started to argue that it was actually against humanity. As a result, psychosurgery was denied and discouraged. Later, the Psychic and Neurology Society confirmed the end of psychosurgery. After that, psychosurgery was banned in Japan and sealed as a forbidden subject of Japanese medicine. Irie was the leading person in the field of psychosurgery. He appealed its effectiveness and achievement. That's why he was treated as a criminal who performed inhumane surgeries and was kicked off the stage of medicine. However, just because he was kicked off doesn't mean he changed his beliefs. He still believes evil behavior is caused by brain disorders, and the secret of their treatment is in fact hidden in the brain. So the existence of the Hinamizawa syndrome, which is caused by parasites living in the human brain that control human emotions, actually affirms his theory. Oh my god. This is really fucking disturbing. If it's okay with you, I would love to accept this position. Of course. Of course. How could he refuse? Despite his mild appearance, his ambition is very aggressive. He wants a chance to prove himself to the society that once kicked him out. I'm handing him that chance on a silver platter.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
入江先生ならばきっと良いお返事をいただけると信じておりました。
I knew you'd accept. We are very lucky to have an expert like you. You'll be a great help.
当方もあなたのような専門家を迎えられとても助かります。
しかし私などが所長でいいのでしょうか。それは高野さんがやられた方がよろしいでしょう。
But are you sure that I can be the director? Shouldn't it be you be the one, Takano-san?
私は単なる医者に過ぎません。人の上に立ったことなど。
I'm just a doctor. I've never managed other people.
ご安心ください。
Don't worry.
それにつきましては私も全面的にサポートいたします。
I'll give you my full support.
トップは制服ではなく背広からというのが上の希望でもあります。
Our sponsor wanted to pick a civilian.
お気に召しませんか？入江所長という呼び名。
Don't you like to be called Director Irie?
いえい
Well,
え。いやしかし
but... Irie laughs to hide his
現
embarrassment.
在ひなみ沢に研究施設を建設中です。
We're building a research center in Hinamizawa.
表向きは診療所ということになっています。
It's supposed to be a clinic. Yeah. I was gonna say the translation is kind of inconsistent. Yeah. Okay. So that the same word was used. It really should be manager. Yeah.
入江先生にご快諾をいただけましたので、入江診療所という名前にいたしましょう。
It's supposed to be a clinic. If it's okay with you, we would name it the Irie Clinic.
一国一城の主とは。
Oh my. That's almost overwhelming.
もったいない話です。
あと身分を陸自で預かることになりますので、先生の席は陸自の医官という扱いになります。
Also, the self-defense force will be responsible for you, so you will be a medical officer of the self-defense force.
私の上司ですので、2差の階級になりますわね。
You're my boss, so you'll be the lieutenant colonel.
入江2差という呼び名はいかがでしょう。
Lieutenant Colonel Irie. What do you think?
私は軍人じゃありません。
I'm not a military man.
ニサという呼び名は遠慮させていただきたいものです。
I don't know about Lieutenant Colonel.
所長だって恐れ多いくらいです。
I have to think about the title of director, manager, as it is.
いやいや。
Oh my. He's getting a chance to research parasites that live in the human brain. Plus, he will be the head of a brand new clinic. He even gets staff and funding. There will be backup from the Defense Agency and the Ministry of Health and Welfare, as well as a state-of-the-art facility and equipment. No wonder he's laughing excitedly. Okay, so he's the director of the EDA Research Institute, but the manager of the EDA Clinic. I see. However, there are some risks, too. Since he will be involved with this secret research, he has an obligation to keep secrets. Also, he is going to an area plagued by an unknown strange disease. There's no guarantee he won't contract the disease. But EDA is too young to even think about those things. He signs the contract knowing all the risks, and with the ambition to have people recognize him once again. When I see him sign the contract, I finally relax. I knew he would agree to join us, but at the same time I was afraid of the chance that he'd refuse. Irie was the only candidate for the position of the director. So if he was to refuse, it would have been a big problem. Now that Irie has agreed to take the position, the research of the Hinamizawa syndrome can finally begin. The research center/clinic will be completed next spring. The Ministry of Health and Welfare and the Defense Agency will send state-of-the-art equipment and a staff, plus an abundant supply of funding. Then, finally, the research will begin. Everything is going well. Of course it is. I've worked so hard until today. Things will go smoothly.
以上です。
Okay, that's it.
就任おめでとうございます。入江社長殿。
Congratulations, sir, Director Irie.
サンサ、宣誓書へのサインを終わりました。
Major, the contract has been signed.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
これからよろしくお願いいたしますわ。
We'll be a great team,
入江所長。
Director Irie.
こちらこそよろしくお願いします。高野さん、
Thank you, Takano-san.
仲良くやりましょう。
I'm looking forward to working with you.
私も全身全霊をかけて頑張ります。
I'll do my best.
こちらこそ
Thank you.
お互い最善を尽くしましょう。
We'll be great. Now the position of director has been filled. Everything is set. That's great, just great. Congratulations, Takano-san. No, Major Takano, huh? Yeah, same. Jeez. Oh, Irie, turns out, was not as great a person, as I thought he was. Jeez. Very complicated guy, Irie. I guess that little interview, about what, that little interview about, with, whatchamacallit, Ryukishi, about him saying Irie had to do some bad things later. That he made him look like such a nice, I guess, yeah. That's a shame. That almost kind of hurts more than Takano. Because at least Takano is just like someone you can hate absolutely without regret. But yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, he's fucked up, but he's not completely evil. It's like it kind of hurts more because like your feelings about him are so much more complex. Like Irie, we've seen him sincerely be such a good person, but on the other hand, he's done such horrible things. He's an incredibly complex character here. It's like, I don't know, you don't know how to feel about him, really. Really interesting and complex character. I owe you everything. Thank you very much, everyone. Oh, don't mention it.
高野さんに本当の意味でおめでとうが言えるのは研究が成功に終わった時ですな。
But we should save our congratulations until you finish the research, huh?
ようやく入り口にたどり着いたに過ぎませんよ。
You're only at the starting line, right?
おっしゃる通りです。
Exactly.
寝る間を惜しんで研究に身を投じていく覚悟です。
I'll devote my every waking moment to this research.
高野先生が成し遂げられなかったさらにその先へ至られることを私ども一度楽しみにいたしておりますぞ。
We can hardly wait to see the result of what Dr. Takano couldn't finish.
まあまあ先生
Well, Sensei,
今日はそういう堅苦しい話は抜きにしましょう
let's not talk about business today.
今日は高野さんのこれからと入江機関の設立を祝って乾杯と参りましょう
Let's have a toast to congratulate Takano-san and the Idia Institution.
乾杯の前にご挨拶申し上げます
Hello, everyone.
厚生省の永田と申します
I'm Nagata from the Ministry of Health and Welfare.
どうぞよろしくお願いいたします
I would like to say a few things before the toast.
ああ、高野さん。彼をバシバシこき使ってやってください。
Takano-san, make sure he works hard, okay?
彼のところの研究所は、入江機関のバックアップをしてくれます。
His research center will back up the Idia Institution.
技術的に困ったことがあったらいつでも頼ってやってください。
If you need any technical support, just call him.
こき使うだなんてそんな
Make him work hard.
こちらこそお世話になります
No way. I have to thank you for your support.
高野と申します
I'm Takano.
どうかよろしくお願いします
Pleased to meet you.
高野さんこちらも紹介しましょう
Takano-san, let me introduce you to these gentlemen.
陸自から出向の富武君と小此木君です
Meet Tomitaka-kun and Okanogi-kun from the Self-Defense Force. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Yep, she's meeting Tomitaka and Okanogi as well.
陸自側からのバックアップをします
They are your support for the Self-Defense Force. Self-Defense? Oh, yeah, he did, like, have a military uniform on. Let them introduce themselves.
ぜひご挨拶させてください
はじめまして富武と申します
Nice to meet you. I'm Tomitaka.
この度のプロジェクトの監査役を仰せつかりました
I'm an auditor of this project.
どうかよろしくお願いいたします
He looks so cute in that. I'm sorry. He looks so cute in that PS3 sprite. He really does. Hey, jeez. The research funding is coming from the Self-Defense Force. Oh, I'm sorry, this is narration. The research funding is coming from the Self-Defense Force, so it's only natural that for them to summon an auditor to keep track of the research. However, an auditor is supposed to be my enemy. Why is he here? Does that mean this auditor is on my side too? I can't believe my sponsor is taking care of even this.
I 私は直接はひなみ沢に赴きませんが
I won't be staying in Hinamizawa. I'll only come routinely and check on the progress of the research.
定期的にお伺いして研究の進捗管理などをさせていただくことになります。
あら、それは残念ですわね。
Oh, that's too bad.
ひなみ沢は空気も良くて自然も素晴らしいところですのよ。
Hinamizawa is a beautiful place.
ぜひ仕事以外でも気軽に遊びにいらしてくださいね。
Please come visit us anytime. Yeah, when I first saw him with the suit, I couldn't even recognize him. Oh my god. Seriously, he looks completely different. I really am now curious to see the manga gamer sprite of him with the suit. I really want to see when that comes out.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you.
そうさせていただきます。
I guess I will. If he is an auditor, I should keep a good relationship with this man. This man holds the key to the amount of funding I will be getting. Oh my god, Takano, you nasty, nasty girl, seriously. Of course, she's shameless. What the hell? Jeez.
おこのぎと申します。
Oh, that's his sprite in the original? Well, it doesn't, yeah, the manga gamer sprite with him with the suit doesn't exist yet, because Higurashi hasn't come up yet. So it will in a couple of months, whenever they decide to get a lot with releasing Minagoroshi. And here we go, Okanogi. His uniform is completely different in PS3. I guess he's not going to have a manga gamer sprite because he didn't... Oh, yay! Well, what am I talking about? Because he has one right here. So, yeah, he totally will. It'll probably look more like this, though. Although I think the beige uniform suits him because he's more in action military rather than kind of behind-the-scenes military. I'm Okanogi. Nice to meet you. Apparently, I might be long done before they finish. Yeah, seriously. I'm still gonna buy it, though, of course, because I definitely want to support them and support this release. And please support the official release. Oh, jeez. He's commanding officer of the Mountain Hounds, one of the unconventional warfare units. He will be living in Hinamizawa to support you, Major. Can I consider you my bodyguard? Guarding VIPs and retention of secrets are his main jobs. He will help you in any way possible, Major. Make him work hard. Thank you. Tomitake seems to be an honest type for a military man, but this Okanogi person is the complete opposite. His main job is to retain secrets, but I bet he is also good at things like counterintelligence and spin control. This is understandable. Thank you so much, OA, seriously, thank you. I don't know what I would have done. I would have gone crazy waiting for Minagoroshi. Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot to me, seriously. Thank you, OA. Again, please tell me if you have trouble hearing me or trouble hearing the in-game voices. I really want to know, because I just want to make it as good an experience. Oh, thank you, Apparition. Oh, that is so nice of you. Oh my god, seriously. This is understandable. Since the Self-Defense Force is funding the research of the Hinamizawa Syndrome, of course this is a military operation. Therefore, this research has to be done in secret. That's why a unit like this is necessary. Besides, it'll be good to have a hot-blooded person like him on my side. I should keep a good relationship with him, too. Okay, enough introductions. Come on, Tomitake-kun. You can relax, too. Let's put aside our ranks today and have a toast. This is supposed to be a celebration for the EDA institution, but EDA himself isn't here. But that is his job. He is simply a puppet to fill the spot. Of course, I expect him to help me a little as an expert, but he is an outsider after all. This was supposed to be a gathering to show my appreciation to those who helped me establish the EDA institution. I think that might be something to do with a gun holster or something. Maybe like something to hold a military backpack. That belt thing. I think that might be what it is. But it has turned into them thanking me for all of my efforts. I'm always the one to pour alcohol for others, but today people pour alcohol in my glass. The new participants try to help make me happy, and all the top people talk to me casually. They all praise my hard work and efforts. My research is now recognized by many institutions, and I'm ready to spread my wings open wide. All the people who are expecting some returns, once the research accomplishes something, then they try to curry favor with me. I don't care about their hidden agenda. This is just great for me.
それでは入江機関の設立と高野美代君の今後ますますの発展を祈願して乾杯に移りたいと思います。
Let's have a toast to wish the best of luck to Takano Miyo-kun and also to the new Irie institution.
先生、音頭をお願いいたします。
Arai-sensei, please lead. It's like a dream. I know. This is just the beginning, and I shouldn't be satisfied with just this. But if I can forget about everything else for just today and enjoy this celebration. I am not a big drinker, but the drinks taste good tonight, and the more I drink, the happier I get. This is great. To be called Major by Tomitake and the others makes me feel good too. That's the rank my grandfather had during the war. That means I've finally caught up with my grandfather. This is only the beginning. Now I intend to reach what my grandfather couldn't. This is the best night in my life. I leave to fix my makeup. I'm filled with happiness. I need to feel fresh air to calm myself down. My heart is about to explode because I'm so happy. Oh, that's a lovely CG. That's a lovely background. The gathering is taking place a little distance away from the main building. The restroom is inside the main building, so I need to walk across the hallway. I see a beautiful and well-maintained Japanese garden from the hallway. It's raining. I usually don't like rain, but I don't mind it at all today. I feel like even the raindrops are congratulating me. The cool air feels good on my hot body. I notice I'm walking unsteadily. I think I know what's about to happen here. I think this is the beginning of, perhaps the beginning of Takano and Tomitake's quote-unquote relationship. Maybe I drank a little too much. He doesn't like me to drink more than I can handle. Although this is a party, I don't want to embarrass myself, so I decide to cool off a little by looking at the beautiful Japanese garden. That reminds me, back when I used to live with my parents, when I was a teenager and in college for some time, there was, we sometimes went out to this Japanese restaurant, and it was a really, really lovely place in, I think, it was in New York State, actually, and we lived in New Jersey, so it was a bit of a drive, but we lived close to the state border, so it was okay, and I forget the name of it, and it was pretty expensive, but my dad was a doctor, so he could afford it, and it was just the food was amazing. Jesus Christ, they had the greatest shrimp I've ever tasted. And back to on subject, outside the restaurant, there was this absolutely beautiful Japanese garden, and with the koi fish and everything, like, it was just wonderful to look at. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, it was in New York State, not the city, but in the state part of it. Close to the border to New Jersey, because we lived in New Jersey. I'm a Jersey girl. We used to not by the shore, so I don't have that accent. My mother studied language, and she was a very so you can tell I have this posh-ish East Coast type accent as my main voice, because my mother studied language, and English is actually her second language. But she learned it at 5 years old, so you'd never be able to tell. And she studied English and Spanish and French, and she knows a bunch of languages. And anyway, back to the... and I learned speaking from her, obviously, so I have this accent. And as my standard voice. And basically, I'll never forget that Japanese garden with I love the look of the trees and flowers. And oh, that's cool, apparition. I didn't know that's where you were. Awesome. We used to go to Lake Champlain for vacations. Lake Champlain and Lake George. Sometimes when my dad had quite a bit of time off. Me and my dad and my mom and my sister. It was kind of boring, but my parents love historical stuff. And I like the arcades and the restaurants there. Not much cute stuff, but, I take what I can get. Yeah, some nice family vacations. Anyway, back to the story. That was a tangent. Geez, sorry about that. Yeah. I find a chair and sit down. I was with the associates, so I was rather nervous. But now that I'm all alone, I can finally relax. When I look up to the sky, I realize it's still raining hard, but the distant sky is a little lighter. Maybe this rain won't stay for long. That's right. Rain stops eventually. No matter how cold it is, or how hard it's raining, rain stops eventually. Then I see a pair of sandals and an umbrella. I decide to take them and walk out to the garden. The tasteless laughter coming from the party sounds far away. I tilt the umbrella up and look to the sky. I feel raindrops on my face. I keep looking up to the sky while my hair gets wet. I thought the rain would cool down my boiling heart, but as my body gets cold, I start to feel miserable. My bare feet are all swollen, and the throbbing pain I feel makes them seem as if they are twice their normal size. The gravel road continues forever. I don't even know which direction I am headed anymore. I no longer hear my pursuer. By running through the woods like crazy, we're flashing back to the orphanage, little baby Takano again, before she became all psychotic. By running through the woods like crazy, I guess I lost him. My body is all scratched up. I finally start to feel the pain from all the scratches. My body is cold and I feel hungry. There is no place to take shelter from the rain. I am on a little path in the woods. My worst fear is to end up heading back towards the orphanage by running like crazy and losing my sense of direction. I crushed that man's finger. I don't think I bit it off, but I'm sure it will leave a scar. Taking that into consideration, it is clear what kind of torture awaits me back at the orphanage. Therefore, I have to reach the house of love and mercy. If only it was daytime, then I could find the right direction. However, with this rain, there is nothing I can do. But I can't stop. I have to keep walking until I reach something. I wonder if Eriko and the others escaped safely. I don't know how many people came after us, but at least one came after me. That means they had a better chance. Did they reach the house of love and mercy? Are they drying themselves with soft towels? And if they still remember me, will they save a towel for me, too? I feel so cold. I want to find shelter and sit down. But there is nothing. It almost looks as if I could take shelter under a tree, but the branches and leaves are dripping in the rain. Then I realize the sky is gradually getting darker. Will this day end in rain? There are no street lights. It will be totally dark soon. Then I won't be able to walk anymore. I just want to sit down, even in the rain. But if I sit down, I probably won't be able to stand up again. So I endure. If I hadn't escaped with Eriko and the others, I wouldn't have to go through this misery. But compared to what I had to go through at the orphanage, this is nothing. Oh, goddamn, that kind of hit home. This is the only way to make myself move. But I think it is true that this freezing cold rain is far better than the life at the orphanage. But that's only when compared to the life at the orphanage. Is it better than the normal lives of normal kids at my age? I don't even need to think. When my parents were alive, although we weren't rich, we led a normal life. Gentle smiles and forgivable selfishness. The sound of my mother cooking breakfast in the morning. The sound of a newspaper being folded. They are such precious memories. I didn't need anything else. I had plenty of friends. I had fun at school. I didn't like the class taught by the teacher because I didn't like the teacher, but I liked studying. I had everything I ever needed. That was enough for me. I never complained. I never did anything bad. So why is this happening to me? Everything went downhill after that train incident. The die of fate kept rolling a one. The die never showed a good side to me. If the accident was my fault, then I could have accepted it. But it wasn't. I wasn't even there. I waited for my parents at home. I liked going to the mall with them. We always had a meal at the restaurant at the mall. I always told them that to let me know if they were going to the mall. But on that day they went without me while I went to my friend's house to play. My friend wasn't in, so I went back home. I didn't see anyone at home and found a note that they said they're going to the mall. I regretted going to my friend's house. I waited at home. Sorry, this probably isn't a very pleasant sound. A stupid nose. They didn't come home. They were still gone by dinner time. I was getting hungry and angry with my parents for leaving me. I thought they were having dinner at the mall restaurant without me. If I hadn't gone to my friend's house, I would be eating dinner at the restaurant too. Yeah, I'm okay. I love the flags that came with the kids' plates. I was collecting the flags. Yes, I was. I was trying to collect 20 of them, thinking that once I collected 20, something wonderful would happen. But I couldn't collect 20 of them. I only needed one more. Sorry. God damn it, Ryukishi! How could you make me feel this way about fucking Takano of all people? I'm sorry, I'm sorry. 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 I only needed one more. If I had one more, maybe the accident wouldn't have happened. God damn it! I'm sorry. Going out to restaurants with my family was probably the best memories I ever had with my family. So, they're not dead or anything, but Jesus Christ, Ryukishi. And like, seriously, the best memories of my family were when we all went out to dinner together. Other times, maybe not as much, but us all going out to dinner together was probably the best thing. A very sad memory of a flag from a kid's plate. I kept waiting for my parents to come home from the mall. I was hungry, so I started to eat some dried fish. If I ate too much, Mother would find out, so I was careful not to eat too much. Then the phone rang. I assumed it was from my parents. I answered the phone in an angry manner. But it wasn't my parents. What happened to the house? The house was rented, so maybe somebody else already moved in. What happened to my room? I'm okay. It's gotten past. Oh god. Fucking Ryukishi. I tend to cry a lot more and get emotional a lot more easily with his stories than a lot of others. Jeez. Christ. If anyone knew me while I was doing this on text with some other sections, yeah, this is pretty much what happened the other couple of times. Jeez. Oh god. Okay. Let's see. Making silly sounds. Come on, jeez. Trying to get okay. Getting all the tears out. Okay. La la la, jeez, okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The house was rented, so maybe somebody else already moved in. What happened to my room? What about my desk? What about my desk and all the flags that were in the right middle drawer? If it isn't in my house anymore, then where am I supposed to go? Oh, god damn it! Even if it's still in my house, my parents won't be there to welcome me or protect me. Just because I didn't have my parents to protect me, the whole world turned so cruel. How could anyone take me away from the house I was used to living in? Just because my parents were... Of course it's okay, Oe. I know you have to work. It's totally fine. Please. Don't feel like you have to stay because of me. Hi! Go to work, please. Oh, God. Bye, Oe. It's because my parents were gone. Why didn't they just leave me alone? They asked me many things. They tried to confirm many things. But how could I understand any of those forms? I was asked a yes or no question. I have no choice but to answer yes. And before I knew it, I ended up here. It was too merciless. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just a little girl. I had to sign many papers. But why this? The warm and gentle world ended suddenly without advance notice. And I was thrown into this cruel and merciless world alone. Oh, God. Is this the real world? Do I have any allies in this world? Just because my parents died and I didn't have any relatives, the world became so sad. When is the die going to come up with a 6 instead of a 1 to make up for the continuous series of 1s? I don't even have to fake that sound. Tears are pouring down my cheeks. Again, not lying there. I take salty tears, and that makes me feel sad and irritated. I can only cry. But no matter how hard I cry or pity myself, the cold rain won't warm my body or save me. I don't even know where I am or in which direction I should go. Eriko showed me the map to the House of Love and Mercy when we were planning the escape. But we only learned the shortest route. I am completely lost. But strangely, after I finish crying, I feel a groundless strength in myself. I once learned that tears wash away particles in my eyes. But there is a different purpose too. Tears also wash away what's in my heart. I clench my fists and force my feet to move. I head in the direction that I believe is the correct direction on the gravel road. The rain is still pouring, and it is getting darker and darker. I roar to the sky in the rain. My sadness is turning into anger. Damn it, God! Why? What have I done to deserve this? What did I do? I didn't do anything. I was just living a normal life, that's all. So why this? My dad told me that there are good things and bad things in life, but neither last for long. That means this misery won't last that long either, right? I won't be all alone in this miserable place for long, right? Right? Oh God, oh God, oh God. Jeez. Motherfucker. Woo! Okay, jeez. Oh, I needed that. Jeez. As I look up, I feel raindrops hit my face. There is no God, I know that in my head. But such disbelief won't save me. If I believed he is there, I should be saved. No, I need him to be there. Is he going to answer me? I hear thunder. Then I realize he is there. He is there and he is listening to me. In his eyes, everyone is supposed to be equal. And he is listening to me. I've gone through enough! More than enough! If I was too happy before, then I could take this misery. But I wasn't! I was living a normal life. If you asked me if I was happy, then sure I was. But this is what I can return. That's not fair at all! I hear thunder again. He is listening. I continue. If this fate of mine was your mistake, then let me be free. Please end my misery and make me happy. But if this is in fact my fate and I'm supposed to live this way until the end, then I don't want it! Kill me! Kill me now with lightning! Finish me off now! Come on! Kill me mercilessly now! Oh my God, Jesus Christ. What a fucking scene. Oh my god. Jeez. Woo! I'm starting to feel a little better, just cathartically here. Oh my god. 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 I hear thunder again. This time it is loud enough to make me shiver. Normally I would just hide in the house and wait until the thunder went away. But I'm not afraid. Come on, kill me! Tanashi Miyoko is here. Oh my god. It's like you... Just like you killed my parents, kill me too! The heavens reply to my provocation. He aims at me, but I keep insulting him violently. That is my wish. I open my arms. He is God, so he won't miss me. However, I guess God makes mistakes sometimes. That's because although he is supposed to be fair, he has been unfair with me. Come on, kill me! Take me to heaven! But if you were to miss me and change my life for heaven's sake. Jesus fucking Christ. Who is this? Oh my god. A flash from heaven. I thought I smelled something burning just before it happened. I am knocked down onto my back because of the strong force. No fucking way. It was a strange experience. It was something that just happened, but it feels like it happened many years ago. There was a mystery voice there. In the PS3 version. I am really thinking if one of my old theories was true. I don't know how long I was down. I smell something odd. The bad smell wakes me up. When I look behind, I see a huge tree behind me split open. Its leaves are smoldering. I look up and see sparks in the darkness. I can't understand what just happened. I just stand there. The thunderbolt struck. It didn't strike me. It struck the tree behind me. I didn't get to die. He was telling me to keep walking in the woods in this cold rain. But I won the bet with God. I bet my life. I bet my life with the lightning and thunder. It could have killed me instantly. But he missed. So he has to change my life. I look up at the sky, laughing and bragging that I'm still alive. Yeah, tell me what it said, Aaron. I really want to know. It was a very simple phrase. I am wide awake, so I am not starting to feel sleepy in the slightest. This will probably be a longer stream just because, woo, this part is already amazing. Jesus Christ. I can't believe Ryukushi made me feel sympathy and empathize with Takano, someone who's basically a complete monster, but she wasn't always, and when she was just an innocent victim of circumstance before she got twisted. Pitiful child. Ooh, that sounds ominous. The voice, Aaron said in the chat, that the mystery voice said pitiful child. I wonder who that is. And like Tanashi Miyoko, that's her real name. I get why she changed her last name, but I wonder why she changed her first name. Jeez. Pitiful child. That's really interesting. That voice, making me believe that Takano might have some connection to magic after all. If she's hearing some kind of supernatural voice and she's trying to talk to quote-unquote God. I hear thunder again. It's acknowledging its loss. Come on, God. Save me. I won the bet, so save me from this misery. Oh my God! Oh, baby Takano is a sprite. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is not the evil Takano that we know. This is just little Miyoko. Oh God, this is so sad. Jeez. I stand there. I wait for God to do something while the rain pours down on me. But he doesn't answer anymore. I don't hear the thunder again. Again, I feel tears pour down my cheeks. What was I thinking? If there was a God in heaven, he wouldn't let anything like this happen to me. My miserable life is the proof of God's non-existence. The darkness is about to swallow me mercilessly. Will I have to sleep here? I think God wants me to die slowly in this cold rain, instead of granting me an instant death by lightning. I wish the sun would go away. I wish the sun would never rise. I wish that, as the woods is getting completely dark, my existence would be hidden in the darkness. I wish I could just disappear. Has it been an eternity, or is it a matter of seconds? I can't even tell time in this darkness. Then I see something. It is a light. I notice it only because I am in the dark woods. But is it really there? Was it there before? I feel like the light is inviting me. That is a fluorescent light. I don't like fluorescent lights because I think they look cold. But I don't feel coldness from the white light I see now. I make myself believe that the light is a guide sent by God. I have to believe, otherwise I won't be saved. The light reflects in a puddle. It isn't a muddy puddle. It is a puddle on asphalt. I am out of the woods and on a paved road. The light is a street light. The fact I am on a paved road doesn't solve anything. It is just a country road. It is a road that goes through the woods, so there are no houses, no shops, not even a single car goes by. There aren't too many street lights on the road, so it's still very dark. My feet feel the asphalt. It feels so different from the gravel. I was on earlier, and it almost feels merciful. My feet are already used to walking on gravel, but now that they feel the softness of asphalt, I never want to go back to gravel. I only have a choice of heading to the right or left. I'm grateful to God for leading me to this asphalt road, but I wish He had given me a little more guidance. This little bit of luck won't make up for all the unhappiness I've gone through. That is when I sense the guidance. I see a light in the distance. Yeah, she's just really... Yeah, I think the whole point of this section was to show you that she wasn't completely rotten to the core. She used to be like an ordinary person. Life just completely broke her. I head towards it. That's when I realize what it is. I am amazed that it's there. It's a telephone box. Is Takano where I think she is? Is she really in Hinamizawa? No, she can't be. Well, actually, she could be, because if Takano Sr., the grandfather, is studying Hinamizawa syndrome, he probably lives by there. Who would actually make a call in the middle of nowhere like this? Telephone boxes are rather unusual. There are plenty of red public phones all over, but I always thought telephone boxes like this only existed in big cities. Interesting. I've never heard of a public phone that's not a payphone. I guess that's a Japanese thing. It almost looks as if this telephone box was put here as punishment for doing something bad. When I think that, I feel bad for this lonely telephone box. It reminds me of myself. Even if I get to the telephone box, what can I do anyway? I know the answer to that question, but I just have to get to the telephone box. The door squeaks as I open it. There are lots of bugs because of the light. I usually hate the bugs, but now I feel that they are my friends, sheltering from the rain like me. There is no heater, but it is very warm inside of the telephone box. It shelters me from the cold rain. I crumble down to the floor. The warmth from the fluorescent light embraces me gently, and I feel like it is telling me that it's okay to cry. But I have no more tears left, because I cried them all when lightning struck. I have scratches all over my body, and they hurt. My calves are hurting too. I feel pain all over my body, and I don't want to get up again. I wish I could fall asleep, but if I did, the staff from the orphanage might find me. The windows are up high, so if I sit down, I won't be visible from the outside. But this is the only shelter in these dark woods. The staff will be sure to check it. That is why I can't stay here for long. And Ryukoshi has a little note here I don't think was translated. Or rather, in the PS3 version. Telephone boxes from back then weren't completely made of glass, so it was possible to hide on the inside. Interesting. That's also kind of scary. I bet there's more than one horror scenario with those kind of telephone boxes. My exhausted spirit understands this fact. But I just can't make myself move. Maybe it is some kind of vision. I feel a strange calmness I've never experienced before. I don't feel I am me. It is very strange. Maybe I was killed by that lightning. I assumed I was Tanashi Miyoko, but maybe I'm not her. I consider those things seriously. Then I start to think that this telephone box has something to do with it, because God led me here. I'm sure He didn't lead me here just because it provides shelter from the rain. There must be something else. What is it? Is there something to save me here? But what? A telephone box is used to make a call. But I don't have money. Then I see something that looks like copper. My heart jumps. That 10-yen coin wasn't there before. Did I just miss it? I don't think so. I think it just showed up. That means this 10-yen coin is a guidance from God. He is telling me to make a call with this coin. But who? There is no telephone book. That means I can only call the number I know. Does he want me to call the number I know? There is only one coin. I can only call one number. And I can't talk for that long. I challenged God earlier, so I think God is challenging me now. I only have one chance. He wants me to test my luck with this one chance. I get up and look out to the sky. Then I yell in my heart. You're on, God. Who can I call? Sorry, I think I'm just going to take like a little break right now. I am just... Woo! I'm not going to turn off the stream or anything, but it'll be like the other time. I'll be back really soon. I'm just going to take a little bit of a break. I need to check a few things. I will be back ASAP. Okay, let's see. Hope that wasn't too long. I'm back. And now she's just thinking to herself while huddling in the payphone in the rain. If there's one thing that's comfort to her, I think the sound of rain on a roof is a very beautiful and calming sound. My house. My parents are dead, and I have no relatives. Even if I called, nobody would answer. That sucks that she doesn't have any relatives. Actually, the phone bill hasn't been paid for a long time. So the phone line could already be disconnected. My house is my lost life itself. No, the debris of my lost life. So calling there makes no sense. It most definitely won't change my life. So calling my house is a bad idea. I have to use this coin for my future. Future. My future? What is my future anyway? Okay. Oh my god, was my theory actually correct? Oh my god. Then I hear a huge thunderclap, and that clears my mind. In that clear state of mind, I see something from the past. It was the last sight of my father. His last moment on the hospital bed. Though suffering from pain, he tried to tell me something very important. If I die, you can count on Takano-sensei. Takano Hifumi-sensei. Can you say it?
Takano Hifumi?
Takano Hifumi? That's right. Takano Hifumi-sensei. He is my former teacher. He will help you. Daddy, daddy, daddy. Many doctors came into the room in a hurry. He wanted to tell me something else, but the doctors stopped him from talking, so it wasn't audible. But it was to me. I heard it. I heard it, but I didn't want to hear him say it while suffering, so I pretended that I didn't hear. He said it while coughing. I heard it. There were numbers. Really? Did he really say his number? I swallowed once. Right. It was a phone number. He knew nobody would take me in, because we had no relatives. He told me to get in touch with him, Takano Hifumi-sensei. He tried to tell me his phone number. What have I done? He tried so hard, using his last chance to tell me the most important thing. The thunder from earlier made me remember. The number I couldn't remember, even once, comes out so smoothly. I dial. This is it. This is the number from my father's teacher, Takano-sensei. But my hand stops as I try to put the coin in. What if I didn't remember correctly? I can't hesitate. I have to believe in myself. That is the correct number. I have to dial before I forget it. I pick up the phone and put the coin in. Beep. I hear a dial tone. If it doesn't work, I will kill myself. I will go back to the woods and wait for another lightning bolt. I could lie down in the woods and let the rainwater drown me too. I could also fall asleep in the middle of the road and wait for a car to run me over. I make up my mind and put the coin in. I don't hesitate anymore. I dial at once. But I have to be careful, because sometimes rushed dialing can cause mistakes. I'm getting irritated, and it almost makes the phone number vague in my head. I dial the last number. I hear some electronic sounds on the other end. I hope I dialed the correct number. I don't know what to say to Takano-sensei if it gets connected. Where am I? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to ask him? I don't know. It isn't cheap to make a call. 1 10-yen coin only allows for a short time to talk. The line must have connected. I hear the dial tone. I only have a short time when someone answers the phone. Maybe I should put the phone down. Then I can get the coin back. I can call back after sorting out my thoughts. Then someone answers. Hello. Takano residence. I feel like I am suffocating. My memory was correct. I can't tell the age of the speaker, but is it a grown man's voice? He is my father's teacher, so he must be old. Never mind that. I have to say something. Hurry! Hurry! Are you Takano-sensei? Are you Takano Fumi-sensei? Yes, who is this? He must be suspicious. I can't blame him. A stranger is asking him about his name. Of course he'd get suspicious. I'm sorry. I'm Tanashi. Tanashi Miyoko. Tanashi-san? Yes.
私の父に高野先生に電話しろって言われたんです。
My father told me to get in touch with you.
父は田無武光と言います。
My father is Tanashi Takemitsu. Tanashi. Ah, Tanashi-kun. Yeah. Suddenly his voice changes. Takano-sensei remembers his old student.
私、娘です。
I'm his daughter.
お父さんに電話しろって言われて。
He told me to call you. Did something happen to Tanashi-kun? This isn't good. I'm going to run out of time.
お父さんとお母さんが ちゃって。
My parents died in a train accident,
それで高野先生に電話しろって言われたんです。
and I was told to call you.
話君がお亡くなりに。
Tanashi-kun is dead?
そうですか。
I see.
二人とも。
Both of them?
それは本当にお気の毒です。
I'm sorry to hear that.
田無君は私が大学で講師をしていた時、しばらく交流があったことがあります。
I knew him from when I was teaching at a college.
何事にも勤勉な良い青年でした。
He was a very hard-working young man.
結婚式に呼んでもらった時に会ったのが最後だったような気がします。
I think the last time I saw him was at a wedding. Obviously, he doesn't know where I was born. But he remembers my father. That is truly luck.
それで、田無君は私に何と？
And what did he want?
えっと
Well, I don't know what to say. I was only told to call Takano-sensei. How can I tell him that? My time is running out. I feel more and more anxious. Phones get disconnected without notice, but somehow I sense it. I only have enough time for one sentence, so I decide to say one sentence with all my hopes in it. Help me! The phone gets disconnected. Oh God. Oh no. He doesn't even know where she is. Oh God. Oh no. Maybe only part of what I said was heard. I just hope he was able to sense my despair. I don't hear anything from the phone. But I actually talked to Takano-sensei. Takano-sensei exists. He exists and remembers my father. If he grieves over his student's death, he will come visit my house, and he will find out I was sent to an orphanage. Then he will come get me. That is when tears flow down my cheeks again. I thought my life was hopeless. I never knew finding a grain of hope could make me feel so happy and strong. The voice I heard on the phone was so warm and dependable. My father must have thought that about me for a long time. Must have thought about me for a long time in that hospital bed. And came up with a name that he could trust his daughter with. Takano Hifumi-sensei. So I can trust Takano-sensei. I have to believe that he will find me. But it may take more than just a few days. I have to wait patiently. A few days? A month? More? I can only wait patiently. I can't stay in the telephone box. The staff will find me. I get out into the rain again. But this time the rain feels a little warmer than before. I wished for a death by lightning. But now I am filled with hope and the will to live. I want to live, and that is why I feel the pain all over my body. When I wished to die, I didn't feel anything. I have to wait patiently until Takano-sensei comes to pick me up. I have to get to the House of Love and Mercy. That is the place to wait for him. I don't think the orphanage will tell him I escaped to the House of Love and Mercy. But the House of Love and Mercy won't stop me from calling him. All I have to do is call him again and let him know that I am at the House of Love and Mercy. But I don't know where the House of Love and Mercy is. I don't see any signs anywhere. I don't even know where the orphanage I escaped from is. But I can't just stop. I have to walk. I have to find shelter. I have to find someone and ask for directions to the House of Love and Mercy. I have to keep going on because finally I saw the light at the end of the tunnel. The chills and throbbing pain torment me. But I can't die until I see Takano-sensei. I wish a car would come by. If it is someone from this area, I can ask. But the police won't be any good. I am sure the orphanage has already called the police about the escape. And the police won't be forgiving. And the police won't be forgiving. They are sure to send me back to the orphanage. Either way, I wish for someone to show up. Otherwise, I have to keep walking on this asphalt in the darkness forever. How long did I walk? Still no car. I sense a car behind me, so I turn around. I see headlights coming towards me. I think for a moment, should I stand in the middle of the street to stop the car? It is so dark. I don't think the car will notice if I just wave at it. And if I were to stand in the middle of the street, if I were to stand in the middle of the street, I could get run over. The car, the quote, approaching quickly while I think. When I made the call earlier, I panicked. I didn't know what to say. I have to think carefully this time. If I can't think of anything, then I should just let the car go. As I think that, the car stops with a screech. That surprises me. Maybe I haven't been myself since the lightning missed me. Maybe I wasn't thinking straight because I was in the dark woods. Because this car stopped after recognizing me. That means the driver knows me. The only people who know me in this area are, oh fucking God. Suddenly, a chill runs through my body. I start to dash. I hear a voice coming after me. I don't have the strength to run anymore. My feet are trembling and I can't make them cooperate. I think to myself that I shouldn't have sat down in the telephone box. That is why I can't run anymore. I am grabbed from behind, and the collar of my clothes almost chokes me. I hear my clothes being ripped. I fell in a puddle, and a staff member gets on top of me. His finger isn't in my mouth this time. All I can do is struggle. Then I remember all the scary stories Eriko and the others have told me. All the torturers thought the child was... All the tortures the child who was caught had to endure. A punishment of a duck who can't drink water, a punishment of a squished caterpillar, and a punishment of a pig with torn arms and legs. The names of eerie punishments come to my mind. I scream and struggle with all my might, but it is too late. I am shoved into the back seat of the car. Why can't they let me go? That is because they don't want me bad-mouthing about them to anybody. The staff were yelling and screaming while chasing me, but once we were in the car, they were silent. It is like the Grim Reaper has come to get me. I have to realize my luck has run out, whether I like it or not. But I called Takano-sensei. I know he will come to get me. I don't know when that will be, but I know it will someday. Yeah, the PS3 version obviously skipped this huge part, and I really can't tell why. Jesus Christ. Why did the PS3 version skip this? There's nothing skippable about this. This is 100% relevant to the story. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Hold on, let me make this easier on you guys. I don't know when that will be, but I know it will be someday. So I want to live. I will be saved if I live. I can't even imagine the kind of punishment that is waiting for me. But I say to myself, I have to live. I have already found the light at the end of the tunnel. All I have to do is endure until I get to the end. The car stops. We are at the front gate of the orphanage. Oh God. The 2 staff members grab my shoulders so I won't run. My skinny shoulders are hurting. I'm scared. I'm scared of what I have to go through. We go through the door. I am finally sheltered from the rain. In a way, I am not sheltered at all, though. It is the middle of the night. It is past the time to turn all the lights off. The orphanage should be quiet. But I hear noise. Strange noise. A noise of a shower. A noise of metal objects crashing into each other. Yep, you're absolutely right, Shadow Tomberry. Junko Enoshima would be proud. Of this kind of despair. Jeez. A noise of metal objects crashing into each other. Also the staffs yelling and screaming. A chill goes down my spine. How can I possibly describe this fear? A staff member knocks on the tool storage door, and the door opens. When the door opens, I hear an angry roar. I can't believe what I am seeing. 2 staff members are hitting a mat with bamboo swords while saying some violent things. It is a mat used in... You know the one you use when you do gymnastics? Yep, I know what that means. But why is it rolled up like this? The rolled mat is tied with a string, and it is standing up in the corner. The staff members keep hitting it. Usually, words are said to someone. But why are they yelling at a rolled mat? The way they are hitting and yelling at it, it's as if they've gone mad. But wait, I see something sticking out from the top of the rolled mat. Oh God. There. Let's see. Whose shoes are those? Oh, for the love of God! Oh, Jesus Christ. All of a sudden I freeze and can't think of any more. One man stands in front of me. The man's little finger is wrapped in bandages. Oh, fuck. Poor Miyoko. Oh, God. My eyes move upwards from his little finger and meet with his eyes. The beast is staring into my eyes. I squeeze out a voiceless scream. My voice doesn't come out, so it's more like a goldfish opening and closing her mouth. The beast sticks his little finger in front of me and roars. I can't tell if it's a word or a meaningless yell, but it is certainly violent. I'm scared. I don't want to die. I want to live. I know Takano-sensei will be here to save me. That is why I want to live. And submit myself to the fear. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Ah! The hand within the bandages grabs my hair and drags me along. All I can do is apologize and beg for forgiveness while hoping this beast has even a tiny little bit of mercy in him. I'm like a broken, apologizing doll. I keep repeating my apology. I keep apologizing while crying, but I am simply his toy. I see the shower room while he drags me along. The door is open and I hear yelling from inside. What I see is very strange. There's a locker on its side under a shower. What an odd sight. A locker is taking a shower sideways. I've never even imagined a sight like this before. Oh God. They're fucking drowning the girl. Oh God, what the fuck? The locker is taking a cold shower, and 2 staff members are hitting it with bamboo swords. So this is the metallic noise I heard before. The beast doesn't want me to see that. He pulls up my hair violently and twists my neck, so I look in the opposite direction. I missed a line. So, I didn't, okay. Then I think he didn't do that to stop me from washing that shower. Yeah, okay, now I see why this scene was cut. Yeah, it's a rating thing. Yeah, totally. He did it to make me look at something else. I see a window and a courtyard. Usually it is too dark to see anything, but the lights are on and the courtyard is very bright. Then I see it. Inside of the hen house, I see somebody. Who is that? My 3 friends. That hair is Eriko's. Those true? But why is she? Oh, for fucking sake, what's going on? What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to die. I know Takano-sensei is coming to save me. I know he is coming. I'm taken to the staff bathroom. I smell ammonia. I see something which just doesn't fit in a bathroom. Why is this in the bathroom? He isn't thinking of... Oh, for fuck's sake! Oh God, this is sick. Oh God. Oh God. Oh fucking God. No way, no. Oh God. Tanashi, this is your punishment for breaking the rules, okay? Everyone must follow our rules. If you don't, you get punished. Do you understand? I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. I'll do everything you tell me to do. I promise, I really do. Please forgive me. Please. No, not that hurt. Oh, for fuck's sake! Shitting fuck. Seriously, fucking hell. No, that hurts. No. For fuck's sake! Jesus Christ! I'm sorry you guys had to see that. I'm glad that was short. Oh God. Jesus Christ. For fuck's sake. How long have I been crying? Don't even know how long I've been comforted like this. My grandfather's hand is on my cheek to comfort me. I hold the hand lovingly and press my cheek against it. We're almost caught up. I'll wait until I get to her voice. Oh, right there. Okay. Are you okay? It really does. It really does. When it's redacted, it's like we have no idea what the fuck is going on. This is fucking SCP kind of techniques. Jeez. If anyone has ever read SCP, the horror story site, it's really, really interesting, especially for someone with a science background like me, to see horror stories written in that kind of way. It's really, really interesting. If you ever got time to kill and feel like being disturbed or scared, then I highly recommend going to the SCP Foundation website, because that's a really good collection of horror stories. Oh God, I knocked over the microphone. I hope that didn't make too big of a sound for you guys. Oh, Apparition, he loves. Oh, oh God, oh, I'm so sorry, Apparition. I could see why you would. Yeah, I could see, like, yeah. Right, yeah, you get it's completely 100% fake. Don't worry about it, yeah. I can see why somebody might when they're younger, though, yeah. It's okay, yeah, it's like, I see that all the time on like random websites, yeah. Like people like asking, it's like, holy shit, is SCP real? It's like, no. Once you read some more, like there's some that end with like the world ending and stuff. You're like, you know, it's like, yeah. Anyway, back to the story. Are you okay? Grandpa? Oh God, poor Miyoko. Apparition, what do you mean by whoosh? Jeez. My grandfather puts his other hand on my head. The warmth of his hands calms me gradually. Oh, you. Oh, I see. Okay, so you mean by that you used to like think it was real. I see. Yeah. I see piles of data. It was a mistake to sort out the data while lying on a fluffy carpet. I must have fallen asleep and had a terrible dream.
うつ伏せに寝ると胸が苦しくて悪い夢を見やすいんだよ。
There's a lot of SCP that are really fascinating, though. Like, especially, like, I think some of them you even need to have a bit of a science background to appreciate, like, what exactly is being said and going on. It's like, oh, here, I'm probably sounding all high and mighty and arrogant as fuck by saying that, but I'm just saying, because just of the amount of technical knowledge that a lot of them use in the special containment procedures and descriptions of what goes into basically the nightmares that they have on that website, which is I just find it extremely fascinating. Anyway, back to the story. If you sleep facing down, your chest gets pressed and you often have bad dreams.
もうこんな時間だ。
It's already getting late.
美代子は部屋に帰って寝なさい。
Why don't you go to sleep, Miyoko?
全然平気。
Yeah, some of them are funny. Some of them are funny. Yeah. Yeah. They're not all scary. Yeah, some of them are quite funny. Like there are ones that have happy endings and things like that, you know, to balance it out. There are some being quite funny. Yeah. I'm fine.
居眠りしちゃってたから眠気がなくなっちゃった。
I took a nap, so I'm not sleepy anymore.
もうすぐで終わるの。
I'm almost done.
だから終わらせちゃうね。
So I'm going to finish it up, okay?
明日も学校がある。
You have school tomorrow.
もう寝ないとまた先生にあくびを怒られてしまうよ。
You should go to sleep, otherwise you'll get scolded for yawning again. There was one that I think actually is kind of a reference to Higurashi. I think I linked it a long time ago. Because it actually involved a cicada. A planet where a cicada that held a certain microscopic parasite basically infected the people of an entire world. And that parasite basically took them over and caused them all to act in a certain way towards it. So looking back on that now, I think that might have been a reference to Higurashi. You have school tomorrow, you should go to sleep, otherwise you'll get scolded for yawning again. I've been going to bed late lately, so I yawn a lot at school. My teacher must have written a note to grandfather.
大丈夫。
I'm fine.
ちゃんと終わったら寝る。
I'll go to sleep as soon as I'm done.
だから続きをさせて。
So please let me finish, okay?
それに、おじいちゃんも私に構ってちゃダメ。
Besides, you shouldn't be minding me.
早く書斎に戻って論文の続きを書くの。
Go back to your study and continue your article. Interesting, there's one that references Minako. Huh. The one that I think might reference Higurashi is called The End of History. I think it's a 3000 series. Near the beginning. Yeah, at least she gets to have normal school life after that horror. The day for him to present his research is approaching. He has been working so hard, devoting himself into his research. Oh, cool apparition. Yeah, see how you like it. It's a fairly long one. Well, by SCP standards. Compared to Higurashi, it's nothing. He has been working so hard, devoting himself into his research, but unfortunately, there's a limit on what an individual can do. If he wants to continue his research on a deeper level, he needs help. He has to explain that this research could be the key to solve human mysteries and make people understand what a great work it is. But this research is about something very complicated, so we can't just share it with anybody. There will be someone to help him someday. My grandfather believes so and continues the research. I want to help him with his research. But all I can do is sort out his data and tidy up his materials. I also help him around the house so we can concentrate on his research. He always tells me I'm a big help, but that isn't enough for me. I will study hard, get into a good college, and learn many things so I can actually help him in the research. I'm a mediocre student now, and I don't particularly like school, but I will do it. I want to help my grandfather. If his heart were to fail and he couldn't continue his research, I would give up my heart in a heartbeat. If he needs lungs, I'll give him my lungs. If he needs internal organs, I'll give him my internal organs. There's nothing crazy about it. It's only natural. Because if he had found me a day later, I may not have been alive. Oh my God, either that, or I may have been someone completely different. In other words, I'm alive because my grandfather came. If he hadn't rushed to find me, I wouldn't be here. So, I won't hesitate to give up my life for him. I'd be more than happy to give up my life for him. Even though I want to be with him forever, human lives aren't eternal. Just like how my parents died. It happens so suddenly, without an advance warning. I will never heal from my parents' death. But now that I have my grandfather, I'm not sad. However, his existence isn't eternal either. He may disappear. He may disappear all of a sudden for an unexpected reason. Just like my parents. That's why I wish to be a part of him. That's why, no matter what happens, we will be together forever. I don't want to be alone again. I want to be with my grandfather forever. I want to help him forever. The PS3 seemed to have
わかった。
a bit of extra narration there. Just curious, Aaron. Is the one that references Umineko? I think I might know which one it is. I don't know anything about Umineko, but I think I read about this in the comments of the SCP. Is it the Hanged King's Tragedy? Is it that one? Because I'm just curious. Because that's the one I think I might have, when looking through, that's a very famous SCP. And looking through that one, I remember which one, looking through that one, I think I remember somebody saying it had something to do with Umineko. Now that you brought it up, but if it is that one, that'd be very interesting to see how it would relate to Umineko. Because that is one of the best SCPs. I really like it. Okay, it's not that one? Okay. I must have been thinking of another one. It's kind of better for spoiler reasons that I don't, if it's not that one, then I don't know which one it is. Okay.
じゃあこの資料の整理が終わったらちゃんと寝るんだよ。
Then be sure to go to sleep after you finish this, okay?
約束。
Promise?
約束。
Yes, I promise. You're talking about a different one. Okay, okay. I promise him. We smile at each other, and grandfather goes back to his study. Dried up tears are making my cheeks itchy. I head to the bathroom to wash my face and brush my teeth. I see my face in the mirror. I don't see my grandfather's features on my face. Of course not. We aren't related. He must have a family too, but I've never heard of them. He doesn't seem to want to talk about that subject, so I don't ask him about it. I don't care if he has real children or grandchildren or not. Even if I'm not related, I am a granddaughter of Takano Hifumi. I'm not just a granddaughter. I want to be more than that. I don't want it to be a parent and child relationship nor a lover's relationship. None of these. I want something more spiritual. Something that not even a tragedy can break. I am Takano Miyoko. Takano Hifumi's granddaughter. Maybe it should be Takano Mio. Here we go. You know, why did she change her first name? Because my grandfather calls me Mio. Oh, I see. Okay. Jeez, I see. I want to succeed in Fumi's spirit. If his name counts up to 3, then I want to share that 3 with him and continue to count to 4. I think that has to do something with the characters in his name, yeah. Today, my name changes. I write my new name on the mirror. Takano Mio. What a wonderful name for the new me. Colonel, sir. Good to see you again. Takano-kun. Come on, no more colonel stuff. No, no. I was worried when I heard you were ill.
元気そうで何より。
You sure look great now. Okay, so the flashback still isn't over. My grandfather always told me he still doesn't have any friends. He used to tell me everyone died in the war. But that's not true. He has one very close friend. This is him. He's an elderly man my grandfather calls Colonel Koizumi. I don't know exactly where they met, but every time they get together, all they talk about is the military and the war. So, I guess they met in the military.
ミオちゃんも大きくなったね。
Look at you, Mio-chan.
今身長は何センチくらいになったんだい？
How tall are you now?
この間身体検査があったけど。
We just had physical checkups the other day,
2センチ伸びました。
and I think I've grown 2 centimeters.
そうかそうか。
That's wonderful. Good girl.
育ち盛りはいいの。
Make sure you eat well, play a lot, and grow big and healthy,
い
okay?
っぱい食べて、いっぱい運動して、いっぱい大きくなるんだよ。いいなあ、高野くんはこんなに可愛いお孫さんに恵まれて。
I envy you, Takano-kun, for having such a cute granddaughter. Mr. Koizumi knows that grandfather and I aren't related, but he always calls me his granddaughter. That makes me very happy, so I pour a little more black tea in his cup. After I finish serving tea, I leave with a bow. I want to stay and listen to them talk, but I guess grandfather doesn't want me to hear stories of the war, so he always makes me leave. I leave before he makes me leave. But that doesn't mean I go to a different room. It means I go to the other side of this huge living room. Although I'm not right by them, I sit on a sofa and listen to their conversation. And if they need something, I'll come help them right away. I try to earn points by doing things like that. I sit on a sofa away from them and start reading the encyclopedia. While doing that, I try to listen to their conversation.
それはよかった。
That's great.
教授たちは都合が合えば再来週の日曜日にも早速来たいって言ってくれたよ。
The professor said they want to come over Sunday, the week after next.
本当ですか？
Really?
ありがとうございます、小泉さん。
Thank you very much, Koizumi-san.
いやいやいやいや、
Don't mention it.
高野くんが書いたレポートがそれだけ興味深かったことの証左だの。
This just means that the report you wrote was that interesting, Takano-kun.
かなり関心を持ってくれてね。ノーベル賞ものの研究になるかもしれ
They
ない。
show much
非
interest.
常に受けが良かった。
They even said it's possible for this research to get a Nobel Prize.
ノーベル賞だなんてそんな。
A Nobel Prize?
いや、お言葉だけでも恐縮です。
That sounds wonderful. My grandfather laughs. Since he laughs so cheerfully, something great must have happened. Mr. Koizumi probably showed his article to the experts at the society, and supposedly they are extremely interested in it. That means they recognize grandfather's research. That makes me happy too.
しかし、いつも心配なのは君自身が ひなみ沢症候群に感染してしまってやしないかということだね。
But what worries me is that you'll get infected with the Hinamizawa syndrome yourself.
君が自分の首をかきむしるようなことがないよう気をつけてくれよ。
Make sure you don't end up ripping open your own throat, okay? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's right, because that soldier did, yeah.
ひょっとすると私もすでに感染しているかもしれませんな。
Well, maybe I'm already infected.
でもひなみ沢症候群は普通に生活する分には決して危険な病気ではないのです。
But the Hinamizawa syndrome is harmless if you live a normal life.
村人たちがお社様信仰を作り出し、厳しい戒律で自らを縛った頃はかなり危険な病気だったかもしれない。
It was a dangerous disease when the villagers believed in Oyashiro-sama and bound themselves with strict rules.
でも時間とともにそれは薄まり、今ではよっぽどのことがない限り発症することはないようです。
But it hardly happens nowadays.
あれだけの発症例があったのに
After that many cases,
ひなみ沢症候群の発症には特に精神の状態が重要なのです。
the emotional state has a lot to do with the development of Hinamizawa syndrome.
普通に心穏やかに生活している分には何にも悪さをしない病気なのです。
As long as you live a normal life, there's nothing to worry about.
戦争という異常な状況下で精神が追い詰められた時のみ発症する。
So when one is under a lot of pressure, like during the war, it develops.
そうです。
That's right.
なに恐れることなどないのです。
Well,
初期の自覚症状はうつ状態に似た疑心暗鬼。
there's nothing to worry about.
それを自覚したら、高野式呼吸法などにより心身のリラックスを図り、かつ9時間以上の睡眠を1週間以上とる。
The subjective symptom of the initial phase is suspicion towards everything, very much like symptoms of depression.
これで発症など未然に防げてしまうのです。
Once you notice it, you can relax emotionally and physically by using my breathing method, and you should also get at least 9 hours of sleep a night over a 1-week period.
実際、私の指導下にあったひなみ沢出身兵士は一
That's
人も開始しませんでした。
that's how you prevent it. Oh my god, and seriously. And they didn't tell anybody about this? Oh god. In fact, of all the Hinamizawa soldiers under my direction, not even one died mysteriously. As he talks, Grandfather starts the Takano breathing method and a mysterious exercise. According to him, the exercise relaxes the body and lets blood and lymphatic fluid flow smoothly. As a result, you're relaxed emotionally too. But the movements of the exercise are so strange. I look away because Grandfather looks silly. I feel bad about this one thing. Oh. Grandfather asked me to do this exercise too. I don't want to make him sad, so I do it when he asks me.
ならばいいんだがね。
I'm glad to hear that.
研究対象が元で死に至ってる医学者は過去にもたくさんいる。
Noguchi Hideo died in the middle of his research.
君も気をつけての。
So please be careful, okay?
だが、研究に準じた彼らの偉業は死後も揺るがない。
However, Noguchi Sensei's great work is still acknowledged even after his death.
研究者としては今回でしたでしょうな。
As a researcher, I'm sure that it was his long-term goal. Grandfather tells me about Noguchi Hideo often. He was born as the son of a poor farmer, but he studied hard and became a doctor. However, because of his educational background, he was mistreated, so he left Japan. He moved to the United States. He made many accomplishments as a researcher. He discovered a vaccine for yellow fever. Grandfather's background is somewhat similar to his, so he often said he admired him the most. Noguchi Hideo died in North Africa. The vaccine he discovered for yellow fever. He heard it wasn't effective on yellow fever in North Africa. He went to North Africa to research it, came down with the disease, and died. A researcher losing his life for research. Sometimes that is a test of a researcher's braveness. In that sense, Grandfather is very brave to visit Inomizawa himself to gather information. He says he may already be infected. He also says that although the Inomizawa syndrome was feared hundreds of years ago, nowadays it coexists with humans just like any other bacteria. Many people developed the syndrome during the war, but that's because they were in an extremely abnormal situation. In today's peaceful environment, it's almost impossible for a person to develop the syndrome. He sounds very optimistic, but he never brought me with him to Hinamizawa, so maybe he isn't as optimistic as he sounds. However, since I live with him, there's a possibility I'm already infected as well. But I'm not worried at all. That's because Grandfather has always taught me that as long as I maintain myself properly, I won't develop the syndrome. I know all about the horrible final phase, symptoms of Hinamizawa syndrome, but I'm not overly fearful of them. Grandfather is enjoying his conversation with Mr. Koizumi. That's understandable. Mr. Koizumi told him some people showed a strong interest in his report. They even wanted to come over Sunday, the week after next, to meet and talk to him directly. Because of the rapid progress of the medical field, the unknown area is getting smaller and smaller. The Hinamizawa syndrome that was discovered by Grandfather might as well be a new continent. It'll be decided in 2 weeks. Sounds like there will be more than one person coming. It also sounds like they are all important people of society. They are all rich and famous, yet they aren't satisfied with just that. They all want to be involved with something that's worth an international... an international award. This is a chance to gain assistance and sponsorship at the same time. I'll see you in 2 weeks. I'll make sure to be here. Good luck. Thank you very much, Koizumi-san. I owe you everything. It's too early to say that. Let's wait until you find sponsors. When that time comes, let's have a toast with the treasured wine. That was the last conversation between them. My grandfather keeps his head down until Mr. Koizumi is gone. It sounds like he set up this great chance for Grandfather, so I put my head down like my grandfather.
聞いてたかい？
Did you hear that?
ようやくチャンスが巡ってきたよ。
Finally, there's a chance for me. Yep, the wine, just like she was having.
私のレポートに関心を持ってくれる人が現れたのだ。
There are people who are interested in my report.
聞いてたよ。
I know, I heard.
これでおじいちゃんの研究に協力してくれる人やお金を出してくれる人が現れるんだね。
And now you'll have people to help you.
まだそうと決まったわけじゃないさ。
It's not for sure yet. Although he doesn't want to admit it, he has a good feeling about this. All of his efforts are about to be acknowledged.
再来週の日曜日なの？
Sunday, the week after next?
忙しくなるぞ。
Yep, I'll be busy.
プレゼンテーションで第一印象のすべてが決まる。
The first impression depends on my presentation.
資料を読みやすく作り直したり、いや、人前できちんと説明できるよう少し練習をした方がいいかもしれない。
I have to rearrange my data. No, I probably should practice explaining things in front of people.
とにかく手落ちがないようにしっかりやらないとな。
Anyway, I have to make sure I don't forget anything.
資料の作り直しは大事だね。
Wait, it'll be a lot of work to rearrange your data.
おじいちゃんの字は読みにくいから少し大きめに書いた方がいいと思う。
Your handwriting is bad, so maybe you should write big. Anyway,
忙しくなるぞ。
I'll be busy.
再来週か。うかうかしていたらあっという間だ。
The next 2 weeks will go by fast.
そうだね。
You're right.
私もお手伝いするよ。
I'll help you too.
ホルマリンの容器とかのホコリも拭き取らないとね。
The formalin jars have to be dusted.
あと丸まった資料の反りを直さないと。絨毯の下に敷いて一晩も置いたら治るかな。
Also, we have to straighten the data papers too.
やらなければならないことは山ほどだな。
Maybe we can put them under a rug overnight. That should fix it, don't you think?
見よ、手伝う。
もちろん。学校休んでお手伝いする。
We have plenty of things to do.
それはいかん。
Oh wait, I'm sorry. There was a skipped line. Jeez. We have plenty of things to do. Mio, could you help me? Of course. I'll skip school so I could help you. No, you can't miss school. We laugh together, and we pump our fists to encourage each other. Since that day, my grandfather spent more time in his study. It's not easy to create a report to show people. Copying machines hadn't been invented back then, so everything had to be handwritten. He knows it's somewhere, but he just can't remember where he put the data he needs. As for me, I have to make sure I have enough guest cups to serve tea. I count them. Do I have enough tea leaves? Maybe I should get something to go with tea. My grandfather knows nothing about these things. There's a whole list of things to do. I need to clean the windows, so the room will be bright. What else? The 2 weeks pass quickly while we're busy getting things done. What a wonderful 2 weeks it is. I can finally feel like I'm actually doing something to help my grandfather with his research. I hope the day of the meeting will be a memorable day for my grandfather. I hope that day will be a beautiful and clear day. Do you know how much is left until the big section where apparently I get to choose different things? Because it's getting kind of late, and I don't want the video to be too long for you guys. Do you know how far away I am from, like, is it still pretty far, or, because, oh, okay, okay, then, yeah, I'll stop for now for today. I'm gonna save for today. What an emotional roller coaster this has been today. And probably, and here I was thinking, Ryukushi was also done with the most disturbing content. But no, we had to save the worst for last in terms of sheer, like, complete disgusting things happening. Seriously, my God. You think it couldn't get any worse than Higurashi with, like, the brutality of this story. But here we have, my God, no punches pulled in this story here. Whoa, and that emotional moment with baby Miyoko. Oh God, jeez. That, Jesus Christ, I never thought that I would ever feel empathy for Takano of all people. What a story. I'll continue again in 2 days. I can't wait to experience more of the story with you guys. Seriously, I cannot wait. Thank you so much for joining me. I know this was a bit of a long one. And I'm thanking you so much, seriously. You guys are awesome for sticking with me this long. Thank you. And I'm going to stop for now. And I will hopefully see you all in 2 days' time, where we continue. And yeah, we have a bit more to go with Takano's flashback. So, and then we'll get to what is presumably the meat of Matsuribayashi. Alright, I'll see you all next time. Good night.